Hello everyone and welcome back into this special video because tonight, right now, we will be testing all of the cars that did participate in the zombie attacking vehicles or the zombie, apocalypse vehicles. As you have seen in my previous video, I did a voting on where to test the cars, and more than 75% of the voting was on this dirt track with obstacles on the road. So I'm gonna do that. So let's see what else. So enjoy the video because we will be testing the acceleration, the handling, and we will do some crash testing. Of course, not crash testing, we will do some brutal crashes to test, the car durability and the armor, and how tough and how powerful and how strengthful the armor is, and braking, handling, whatever, etc. The rules. And of course, hit that like button, get subscribed, and share the video if you want to share it, and hit that notification bell button so you can get a notification each time I release a new video. So I've received 19 cars, and unfortunately 5 of them got disqualified and 14th of them got passed. So in this part 1 we'll be testing these 14 cars that did manage to to pass, and in part 2 we'll be testing the cars that actually didn't or got disqualified. Alright, so let's start with this first one. It's the Apocalypse Zombie Slayer. It has a 6.5 liter V8 engine at the front. Unfortunately, no light bar, which was necessary. Light armor on the side, which I did test behind the scene. I did manage to get another vehicle to crash to those side doors, to those passenger doors on the right and on the left, and with these light steel rods or whatever the name of them, the car did manage to get bent. The doors themselves got bented, and that wasn't very how can I say, that wasn't very gentle, that was very brutal, and that wasn't really good armor. So yeah, if you want to fix that in future videos, you need to use this kind of steel with I don't know, hinges or whatever these are, behind it, so you can lift them up, not stick them on the door itself. Yeah, to prevent the door themselves from being bented. Alright, so let's start with this vehicle. So this vehicle got 11.2 miles per gallon, 346 horsepower, but unfortunately this car, or the dude who made this car, sent it to me, and he didn't actually break the rules. He scratched an important rule, which is making this car with 100 max production units. He made it 100.2. So what I did is I lowered the brakes quality a little bit to prevent this car from being disqualified, because, well, it's the first car that I received, and basically I don't like the first car that I get to be disqualified. That will be not a good sign. So what I did is I lowered the quality of the brakes, and now the production units on this car is 98.9, which is acceptable. Alright, so we have manual gearbox, let's see, 4x4, limited slip differential, geared limited slip differential. As you can see, the frame rate is dropping a little bit because there are some obstacles on the road, which will lower the frame rate of the game. And unfortunately, understeer with this car or this vehicle is available, or it's here actually, which is not really great. The suspension tune is a little bit I'm not gonna say rubbish, but needs working. I mean, you need to drop the gear, put your foot hard down to go it. Alright, first obstacles. Oh, that was big. Oh, that was very close. Alright, second obstacle. Is that a flame? Wow, we managed to make that car that we hit to burst into flames. Understeering so hard. Alright, let's inspect the damage. So not much damage to report on the front bumper, which is nice. The side doors are intact. It's very durable, but the drivability of this car or this vehicle is actually rubbish, as you saw, and understeering so hard, and yeah, that wasn't really pleasant. Now let's check the damage on those obstacles. Oh my god, that car did actually explode. Wow, that was a biggie. So this one not really damaged, this one got damaged badly, and this one got total. Wow. Let's see, this yeah, got damaged. This one got totaled also. Little damage here and totaled as well. Good job indeed. Alright, so let's reset this one and let's reset everything. It takes a little while to reset everything, but I don't know, maybe I'll edit it out, maybe if I'm busy, maybe I'm not. Alright, so everything has been reset. So the second car is the what is it? KLM? Yes, KLM. Where is the KLM? KLM. KLM, come to me. Here we go. The KLM Condor, or whatever the name of it. Let's see, and let's start everything. Alright, so the KLM Gondor looks extremely tough. I mean, check out the armor on the sides and a lot of lights. Yes, and they are actually working as reverse lights. The side lights are working as reverse lights. Alright, not bad. I like the armor. I like the fat wheel fenders and the fat tires. Yes, they are very expensive tires, unfortunately. I mean, when the apocalypse comes, it will be very hard to find, you know, tires with this size, unfortunately. But as a tough car, it's extremely tough. Alright, so the KLM has a good look, bad gearbox ratios, unfortunately, and auto locker differentials, which is not really good for off-roading. Brake fading, yes, there is some kind of brake fading. 4 seats only, which would be 5 seats. So this car got the total of the specs got 5 out of 10, and of course this car's got 8.1 liter inline 6 engine. Yes, a huge inline 6 engine at the front, torquey, not bad, and of course the suspension tune is remarkably good. So let's lock the differentials and let's see what's what. It's a heavy vehicle, really heavy, and as you can see, the lack of oomph or the lack of power will actually, I'm very actually worried about the jump. There is not really any power. Wow. That is weak. It looks very tough, but it's weak. I'm very worried about the jump. God, no. Yes, unfortunately it's very weak. It's really weak when it comes to power. Not good. I mean, not much power to give. Let's continue. So that's not really a good sign. It's very tough. You have to give it that. Look, I mean, check out the throttle. I have a throttle diagram so you can see how much throttle I'm applying. We did damage the car because of the jump, but unfortunately, oh my god, understeer. Well, it's a very tough truck. Yes, it got damaged because of the big hit of the jump. Yeah, a lot of lights, which is very good, and yes, it's very tough. I mean, yes, it got bented so much because of the hit on the jump, but as you saw, the engine is very low on power. Yes, it's very torquey, it can pull a house, but on power, that is really rubbish. It's really low on power, unfortunately, so it will not actually receive, very good drivability points. So on the first car, the Apocalypse, it drove very nicely, but the understeer killed everything. So I'm gonna say it should get actually 6 out of 10 in drivability, with a total of 12 on total points. There is no max point. I'm gonna just pick the car with the highest points. But the second one, the KLM, yes, it looks very good. It got actually 5 on the specs only because of the bad gear ratios. As you have seen, the gearbox is not helping at any point, and it's very heavy. The engine is too big and too heavy, also making tons of torque and very low power. I think it's 200 and I don't know, 70, 60, something like this. Not really good. So drivability, I'm gonna give it also a 5 with a total of 10. Alright, sorry about that. Yes, it's not really efficient. I mean, the car, it looks very good, but unfortunately it drove badly because of the badly made engine. I do apologize, but that's the truth. Alright, so the third car is the, what is it, the L-Hang Mech, the MECH. Yes, it has a very weird name. Where is it? The L-Hang, here we go, the L-Hang MECH, here we go. ATVA, as did he call it. Some of the cars are actually, they are like gems, really beautiful. Not this one, of course. This one looks very tough and very ridiculous too, because yes, we have very fat armor around everything, and I like the armor around these windows. It's very important. I would really love if we can actually, if automation can let us do like an armor, or you know, these bars to put them on the windows, especially the front windshield. I mean, I don't know if he's actually using this spoiler as, you know, as an armor or not. I don't know if he's using it, you know, out of I don't know, ridiculously, or if he actually think that it's an armor or not. I don't know, but it looks not bad. Ridiculous, but not bad. Let's see what else. And this rear spoiler, it's actually ridiculous. This car doesn't need a rear spoiler. It looks very ugly, and this one also is very ugly. These 1950s bumpers, yes, you can find these like in a junkyard when the apocalypse comes, and so you can use them. But yeah, the front, not bad. The side is very good. The roof, not bad, but the rear is ugly. Alright, so the, what is it, the L-Hang, let's see the problem is, it has a very big engine in it. As you can see, super big engine, super brake fading, 28.5%, which is not good in a heavy car or a heavy vehicle, because of bad balance. Too much seats, 8 seats, which make the car extremely heavy. I only asked for 5 seats, like a rear bench and a front 2 seats, because I want to, if you are designing an SUV, I want to leave the rear like as a storage area, if you want to put, you know, cargo in the back. Let's see what else. The engine is making 361 horsepower, but it's super heavy, 7.6 liter V10 engine, which is super heavy. The car is extremely heavy, and it gets only 8.3 miles per gallon, which is not good. I mean, that is not good at all. And we have no front headlights, not good. So it gets only, unfortunately, 3 out of 10. I apologize, but the specs are actually rubbish, and the car looks a little bit hideous. Now let's test drivability. As you can see, good horsepower, good amount of horsepower is always good. Suspension so far is good. The car is sliding nicely. Gear ratios are a bit heavy. Oh my god, the understeer hard. Suspension, as you can see, the car is very heavy. The suspension is so soft. Oh, the suspension is so soft. Wow. I'm not gonna stop, even if the suspension broke, even if the tire broke, I'm gonna continue. Alright, first obstacle between these two. Oh, that was very close. Oh, that was a big one. because when the apocalypse comes, you don't have the time to stop and move those cars. You need just to continue. Alright, damage report. Suspension, very bad, very soft, and it actually broke. As you can see, the front axle, because the springs are so soft, the front axle did actually break, which is not good. The front huge push bar is tough. These side ones are not really tough, and yes, the side steps are not really tough as well. So in drivability, I'm gonna give it. It drove very nicely, but the front suspension is actually a very negative point on it. So I'm gonna give it. I got only 3 before. I'm gonna give it like, okay, 5 will do. So total of 8. Moving on, the next vehicle that we'll be testing is, let's see, I want to make sure that it doesn't actually break any rules, or the Metro. Where is the Metro? Give me a Metro. Where's the Metro? Here we go, the Metro Explorer. Alright, so the next car, as you can see, is the Metro. Unfortunately, it has no armor like on the sides of it, only these 2 bars, bad suspension tune, no power steering, brake fading, no light bar, 12 miles per gallon, bad gearbox specs, very thin tires, low safety, and the engine is making less than 250 horsepower. Looks not bad actually, looks very classic, and with an engine cover. We have a 5.5 liter V8 engine at the front, but let me reset the other cars so we can actually. Alright, so let's try it and let's try and drive it. All-wheel drive, manual locker differentials, I think, I'm not sure. These gearbox ratios are wrong because you have to stay very long on the second gear, unfortunately, which is not really good. Oh, we have lost an exhaust tip, which is not really good. Oh my god, we have lost the other. And the front axle has collapsed. It's not really tough. Oh my god, that wasn't good. It's not really tough at all. The reason that I went back because I want to build enough speed to jump that cliff before, without crashing the car. The front axle has collapsed. Oh my god, no. It's not really tough. The suspension of the front is rubbish actually. That's why it got. Oh my god, no. Yep, so we have landed on the roof. Let me see if I can reset it. Alright. So this car, as you can see, it's not really tough. We have vented the car itself. I mean, look at the side fender. Look at the fender. It's bent. The front suspension has collapsed. The tires are not really grippy. Something is definitely wrong with the chassis. I think we have vented the chassis. Wow, that wasn't really nice actually. So that's the Metro. It got unfortunately 2 on the specs area because everything is an absolute. I'm not gonna say a bad word, but everything was bad in the specs. So got only 2 on the specs, and I'm gonna say 4 on drivability with a total of 6 points in the total. So let's test the next car. So let's go to page 2. In page 2 we have the Project Z. Yes, Project Z, a car that I actually liked a little bit because it looked nice. Where's Project Z? It will actually. Alright, so this is the Project Z. It's very good to look at, but very light, very light armor on the sides, and not a bad push bar at the front. With, I think he was giving us like an impression of a winch. Light bar, very bright lights, very nice. Not bad tail lights, very good. very good indeed. It looks not bad actually. And let's see, very light armor, very big engine, 8.6 liter V10 engine, 411 horsepower, very nice specs in everywhere else like suspension, everything, with a total of actually 8 out of 10 when it comes to the specs only. Now let's try and see if it will drive nice. Alright, so first impression, this car understeers and oversteers hard. Yes, understeers hard and oversteers hard as well. Suspension is working perfectly. Let's see a big jump like this. Yes, very level. Oh, that was biggie. Oh, actually, we haven't reset the cars, unfortunately. Alright, that was a big one also. And so far the car works nicely. Yes, the suspension is collapsed a little bit, but that's the whole point of the video, to destroy the car. I'm not here to drive it in a gentle manner. I'm here to destroy the car. I want to see how tough it can actually survive. So the damage report, the front winch, as I'm gonna call it, is destroyed. Let's see, the front bumper and the push bar are vented. The suspension, yes, it's still intact. Nothing has broken yet. This chassis is still intact. These springs are not destroyed. Very good indeed. Nice acceleration, nice engine, but you know, not a really good suspension tune. So drivability got only 8 on the specs, and it will get 6 on drivability with a total of 14. Not bad indeed. So let's see, let's move on, but first let me reset the other cars. I always forgot to do that. Alright, reset everything. Now the next car, let's see, this one is out, this one is also out. Wow, a lot of out cars. Now let's see, page number 3. Alright, the Samba Gtr. This one is the weenie automobile, as I quite remember. The Samba Gtr. Where is it? It's very hideous to look at actually. This one is Samba Gtr, because I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying any criticism, but check it out. I'm not gonna say anything. Just check it out. What the hell is that? Check out the front bumper, these side spoilers or wings. The weenie automobile was always something weird. So the weenie automobile, funny to look at, engine tune is rubbish, and let's see what else. You can actually make tons of power out of it. Rear-wheel drive SUV, this one is rear-wheel drive and lots of brake failing. So rear-wheel drive, this should be a challenge. Not much sliding, because if you slide it you will crash it, so you have to drive carefully with this thing. I'm afraid that we will not maybe make the jump. Oh, something got destroyed! Something got destroyed automatically before we didn't actually hit anything yet. The front bumper has collapsed. Oh, that's car number 2. That is car number 2. There is no traction, my friend. Why have you chosen rear-wheel drive? That is not no traction at all. There is no traction at all. I mean, after the hit, after we did hit those cars, like there's no traction to continue. If you push the throttle too hard, it will spin out and crash. And if you actually drive gently, it will be very slow and it will not. Something else did break. Unfortunately, it doesn't drive very good. I don't like rear-wheel drive on dirt. It's rubbish. Sorry, Mr. Weenie Automobile, the dude who made the Weenie Automobile. It's not really good. You should have actually went with all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. But going with rear-wheel drive on an extremely heavy car with not much rear traction is a very bad move, especially with these things hanging out of it. I do apologize, but this car will get only. I mean, a lot of things did crash out of it without even hitting anything else. So this car should get, unfortunately, 1 only on drivability. So with a total of 5. I do apologize, but that's the truth. Now let's reset everything. Oh my god, I went back here. Crap. The zombie crusher, too much chrome. Yes, that's the one. Alright, so the zombie crusher, where is this one? We'll be testing this one and driving it back to the start line. Where's the zombie crusher? Alright, so the zombie crusher 4x4, some sort of limited differential, I think. Alright, drives nicely. Not bad. Jumps. Whoa, that was a biggie. Nice, that was smooth. Yes. Whoa, ho, ho, that was a biggie one. I like it. Oh my god. The front brakes are so powerful. They made. Oh my god, and the front is very heavy. Oh yeah, I know why the front is super heavy, because of the big engine, and the rear is so light because, well, there is nothing on it, which resulted in a car that wants to tip forward. So it's very tough. Yes, we have bented the front push bar, which is nice, not bad. I like it. It's very, very tough. The suspension is still intact, and we did actually, let's check the damage on the other cars. Wow, wow indeed. And this one we actually drove over it. Wow, wow, wow indeed. That is really good. Alright, let's reset everything. Alright, so I like it actually. I like this one. The Zombie Crusher actually got 5 in the spec department. It should actually get 6 in drivability, because it's very tough, it's very nice to drive. Now, the zombie utility vehicle, that's not my name, someone did name a car like this, or a vehicle. The zombie utility vehicle, where is it? Zombie utility vehicle. Zombie, yes, this one. The ZUV zombie utility vehicle. Okay, so this car gets only 9.8 miles per gallon. Good SUV, but very, very thirsty. Nice specs anywhere else. Like, check. I mean, because it's black here, you can't actually see the push bars, but there's a huge push bar on the doors. It's not actually a push bar. It's a rear wing. Wow, that is not really great. Because how can you open the door when something is solid is blocking them? Let's see what else. I don't know. Well, I'm not seeing anything else. We have those mud protectors, or mud whatever they call them, and these antennas or spikes, you know, to stab zombies. But unfortunately, the zombie will get stuck on. It will get stuck here. So when this car gets back to the base, there will be zombies stuck on the front bumper. So how can you bring zombies in? Yeah, that is not really good thinking. And those antennas on the side, they will get destroyed, unfortunately. So let's see what's what. Nice, very low spacing on the gearbox, a good amount of torque. Front suspension is soft, very soft, with a big suspension at the front, with a big engine at the front. Oh, we have lost the antennas. I told you we will be losing the antennas. And something is crashing at the front, not really good. Alright, not bad. Front suspension is really soft, my friend. We should have actually made it. We should have actually went with a tougher suspension, not a soft suspension. Oh my god, that was not good. The engine, the car is so heavy. It didn't actually make the jump. But it's still working. That's what I like to see. A crushed car that is tough enough and it will keep on working. Don't worry, you will get nice points, my friend. Even if your car did get crushed, but still works. Alright, so damage reports. The front axle has been destroyed from the bad jump. Let's see, it did actually flip on its roof. The roof is still intact, very nice. We have bented the front bumper really bad. The front suspension is collapsed. The rear suspension is a little bit damaged. Yeah, I do apologize. That was my fault, you know, for not shifting it too early. But it did actually manage to survive, which is nice. But it drove very nicely. Drove very nicely. So the zombie utility vehicle got 7 in the spec department, but what I really did hate is the soft front suspension, which resulted in a collapsed front suspension. That is not really good. You need to build a tough front springs, not very soft, you know, springs. That not really good. So it should get 5 out of 10 in drivability, with a total of 12 as a total. So the next one is Mr. Ben Cook vehicle. Let's see which one is Mr. Ben Cook vehicle. Ben Cook. Here we go. The Owl Automotive. Very nice car. Very tough to look at. But first, let me reset the other cars before we start talking about his car. All right. So this is the Owl Automotive. It's huge. Very huge, and those antennas will get destroyed easy. We have very big side mirrors, wow, and very huge armor on the doors. Not really good armor on the rear bumper. A lot of roof racks. Too much lights, which is not bad in a darker places. V10 at the front, very big V10 at the front. Let's see. 10.1 miles per gallon, nice to look at, and nice attention to details, because there is like a handle over here, and there's like a hole so you can put your foot if you want to stand on the outside. I don't actually know why you want to do that when there are zombies, but you can do that. Manual lockers, 4x4. Very heavy. Most of the cars are actually 2.5 tons. Most of them understeering hard. Very low RPM limit, which is not really good. Very bad suspension. And the chimney. Oh my god, check out the parts that did fall. So basically everything did fall off, which is not really tough. Yes, I know the car did flip on its roof, but alright, managed to survive that. Suspension is dented, not really tough. Oh, we have lost something. Not really good suspension too. because it's low. Check out the ride height, it's very low. That resulted in a completely bented front suspension. Check it out. If I want to correct the bent, this is this wheel is straight, this one is bented, and this is normal, this one is bented. So yeah, not really good suspension tune, it got destroyed easy. And where are the taillights, my friend? There are no taillights. Yes, there are reverse lights, but here we go. I'm pushing the brakes, nothing. Let me reset the car. Oh my god, check out the amount of things on it. So yes, it will work as a vehicle if you want to drive it normally, but if you're going jumping, everything will fall off. Everything. So let's reset everything. Alright, moving on. I know this has been a very long video, but we are having fun, right? So the next car is called the Armageddon, or Frankenstein Armageddon. Very tough name. There we go, Frankenstein Armageddon. Here we go, Frankenstein Motor Company. Here we go. It got like, this car got like spikes coming out of it, very scary spikes, sharp ones. I think these are hood ornaments which have been enlarged, and there is like a roof hatch if you want to mount like a 50 cal machine gun or a minigun on top. It will work perfectly, or unless you want someone to stand over there with a normal AK-47, it will work. A lot of lights. These one on the roof, they don't actually work. Reverse light, nothing. Indicators, nothing. On front, they work nicely. Alright, so let's test this car. Locking the diffs. So what we have here, a very big V10 engine. Pistons are actually under 5% of stress, which is not good. Let's see, because it's -5 on the internals, which is bad. Bad suspension tune and 10.8 miles per gallon. So we should get only in the specs department 4 out of 10, my friend. Unfortunately, in the specs department 4 out of 10 because of the pistons and the suspension tune and the negative quality on the internals. All of these did lower your total points. Unfortunately, if your engine actually were in very good health, you should have actually got like 8 easily. But because of the engine, it's getting destroyed on its own. Yeah, only 4. Please, no more front soft suspension. I don't like that. It will get destroyed easily. I mean, a little bump, it will disintegrate because it's very soft. Not really proper engine. Not bad so far. Soft front suspension. Let's see what's what. I don't know how many things. So more than 70 kilometers per hour will work. Bad so far. The car is still intact. Yes, it has soft front suspension, but it's still working nicely because it's still in very good shape. I like it. So let's inspect the damage. So these spikes got bented badly. The front push bar got bented with the bumper, of course. What else did we lose? Yeah, pretty good. I like it actually. It drove very nicely. So the Armageddon got 4 in the specs department and 6 here in driving with a total of 10 points. That is actually nice. Now, page number 4, the last page here. So let's see what's what. First car is out, the second car. Alright, so this one is actually very nice. The little boy, as did he call it? The little boy. Or little boy. What is it? Little boy, here we go. Little boy zombies, as he called it. So it has a weird armor. And no, not this one. Oh, I was talking about another car. So the little boy got a 6.5 liter V8 engine, very nice, very nice tune, and yes, the tailgate. I mean, tailgate. Check it out. The tailgate is, I don't know, it's locked, and no tail lights. I mean, check it out. I'm pushing the brakes. No tail lights. Very tough and very nice specs. The chassis is actually very nice, and I like these exhausts coming out from the hood. The suspension tune is actually very acceptable, and the gearbox ratios are actually very nice. So it's a nice made car or truck. Check it out. You can reach 70 on the front gear, which is on the first gear, which is not really good, but I like the toughness of the body. The suspension is not bad. It's very heavy from the front. As you can see, you have to shift down to first. That's a first. Oh, I forgot to reset the car. Oh my god. Come on, get it over with. I don't like actually the gear spacing are actually rubbish. In the game they looked very promising, but in drivability they are rubbish. They are actually the cause of, you know, flipping it, you know, of making it crash into that hill, which is not really good. And we have lost a lot of the exhaust stacks. Alright, damage report. Not bad. Yes, we did actually hit the jump, but yeah, we have destroyed some of the cars. Nice. We made a lot of damage. Alright, so in drivability, in the specs, actually the little boy got actually 8 out of 10 because the specs were very promising. On drivability, because of the bad gear ratios, it got only 6 out of 10 with a total of, well, actually not 6 because it was rubbish in jumps. So 5 only, I apologize, it's 5 with a 13 total. Now this one, oh, this one is actually very nice. The Magnum opossum. At first I thought it was the Magnum Opus. At first, I promise you, I thought it was the Magnum Opus, but I read the name, it was opossum. The Magnum Opus, which is Mad Max car in the Mad Max game. It's free-wheel drive, which I think will make it rubbish to drive, but as a tough wagon for the Armageddon era, it's really good. The attention to detail is actually very nice. Yes, we don't have any kind of, well, actually we have indicators. They work perfect. So we have indicators. We have like a rear spare tire. We have what are these? Oh, reverse light, which they work also as spotting lights, and this kind of hatch, which I truly love the attention to details. We have like a V8 at the front with 8 stacks, and this is not a supercharger, but it looks like a supercharger, which is I really love. I like this side armor. The V8, it's an overhead valve classic V8, but of course it's running EFI when twin throttle bodies. All right, let's see what's what. Even if this car did fail, even if this car, you know, got 0 points here, I don't care. It looks nice. It looks nice. So if I want to make like a contest for the best looking with the most attention to details, this car will get #1 because really nice attention to details. Yes, it's not really sporty or quick, but details can actually make you to forget about performance. Yes, we have lost the front bumper of Bshar. It's not bad actually, it drives very nicely actually. I thought it will be rubbish to drive. Oh man. I hate that jump, I swear I hate that jump. With the rear-wheel drive I want to try it again, I don't care. I don't care. I want to see this wagon jumping. I hate rear-wheel drive on dirt. Oh my god, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. I don't like rear-wheel drive. In the city, it will be awesome to see and awesome to drive, but on dirt, it's I don't know. It's totally rubbish. Rear-wheel drive. I'm not talking about the car itself. So as a car for the future, it works very nicely. It's very tough. It's very awesome to look at, but driving it here, it's not really pleasant. No, there is not much grip. You should have actually, my friend, you should have actually went with all-wheel drive. It would have been awesome to see this car being slided around every corner, and very nice engine actually, very powerful, but not a fan of drivability on dirt. So the Magnum opossum, unfortunately, should get only 4 out of 10 with a total of 14, because this car got actually 10 in the specs department. 10 out of 10 in the specs department. I swear, if this car had all-wheel drive or 4x4, it would have been the winner of this challenge today. I swear, this car would have been the winner. But as you saw, the rear-wheel drive was total mistake. But on the street, this car will rule everything. But on today's dirt challenge, it actually was rubbish. It's very tough. I mean, we did actually hit all of the obstacles. Let me show the obstacles. Yes, we have destroyed those cars. Check them out. We have actually destroyed them, but no, unfortunately no. So the next car, how do you call it? The before last car, the Marquez, whatever the name of it. Where is it? Where is the Marquez? It looks like a school bus. Oh, here we go. Marquez ruler. Looks like a school bus. A yellow school bus. So the Marquez has no front armor. Let me show you. The front armor is just a regular bumper, which is not really tough. And 5.6 liter V8 engine, brake fades, 10.3 miles per gallon, and too much seats. 7 seats. Hopefully the engine can actually drive off with all of this weight around it. I like the side armor. It's really thick and tough. But yeah. Let's see what's what. And this car actually doesn't have a roof light bar. It has like a hood light bar, which is not bad. It's acceptable. And a lot of side mirrors. Oh my god, I don't know. Understeers like a bad mother. Suspension is working, not bad. Gearbox ratios are very acceptable. Yes, you can slide it nicely actually. Oh, I forgot to reset the cars. And here we go. That is not really good. To do like a do-over. I apologize, but some of these cars are actually, I mean, this one feels like you're driving a bus, and it did roll over easily, but I want to see. Right, not bad, not bad indeed. I mean, the front bumper did survive. Let's see, the rear bumper did survive. Nicely done indeed. Let's see, 70. Alright, it will make it. And that was very tough. It feels very heavy. Feels like I'm driving a school bus. Damage report. Let's see. So front bumper, yes, got bented, obviously. Front suspension still intact. The wheels, the tires are actually they're actually very small for this heavy car. Very small tires and very small rims. Yeah, not bad. So this car drove not badly actually, but it did manage to roll over quickly. So the Marquez got 7 in the specs department, and I'm gonna give it actually 6 on drivability with a total of 13. Not bad. Now the last car to try tonight. I do apologize for the very long video. The Pluto. What is the Pluto? The Pluto. Where are you? The Pluto Extremis, or whatever the name of it. It has a very loud engine, 53.7 points on loudness, which is too much. Very nice armor, rubbish gearbox tune, weird seating arrangement, a bench on the front, 2 small rear seats. Yes, very loud engine, listen. So, in the specs department, this car got actually 6 out of 10. And as you can see, we have like a roof hatch, which is a very nice attention to details. These front spikes, very tough side armor, side exhaust pipes, really nice, and like handles on the side if you want to hang out. And I like the arrangement on the roof of the antennas. Nice attention to details. Very nice attention to details. As you can see, it will get stuck on second gear forever. Very nice suspension. Oh, we have lost something. I don't know what it is. Oh, the weird armor. Something else, we have lost it. Again, forgot to reset the cars. Yep. These things are actually a very weak point. Not a bad car, it's tough, but parts are actually falling off of it even before we start hitting other cars. So, damage report. Let's see, front bumper is still intact. Let's see else. Let's see what have we lost. What parts did we actually lose? Oh, a lot of things actually. The rear bumper came off. A lot of parts from under came off. Yeah, so the car itself is very nice, not bad, the vehicle itself. And yes, we have made a lot of damage. I do apologize, I haven't reset the cars. Let's do another lap. I want to see how tough it is on a second lap before we end this video. This car actually got 7, not 6 in the specs department. I apologize, I wrote it wrong. 7 in the specs. As you can see, I was very gentle on the jumps, so I don't actually... Or maybe it will... Very nice tough cars. I mean, all of you guys made very amazing tough cars, and they are actually, some of them are actually very amazing gems, which we'll be seeing very soon with part 2. So this vehicle is very tough. As you can see, we have crashed with every single car over there. Let me show you. Well, not every one of it, but we made significant amount of damage, which is really nice. Alright, so the Pluto got 7 on the specs department and actually drove very nicely, very nicely indeed. Got also 7 on drivability with 14 on total. So the winning. Alright, so the final result will be as you will see right now. So in the first place, which is actually very awesome, we have 3 cars that did score 14 points, which they are the Magnum opossum, or whatever the name of it, the Magnum, and which one? This one, the Pluto, and this one, the red one, which is the Project Z. These 3 cars or 3 vehicles did actually manage to score 14 points, which is really awesome. So congratulations to these to these golden cars for winning this challenge. Yes, 3 cars in the gold place. In second place, let me show you. In second place, we have this, which one? The Marquez ruler, or the school bus, as I want to call it. It's scored in second place, scoring 13 points, which is really cool. So congratulations to the Mr. Silver for winning the silver prize. And in the third place, of course, we have the zombie. What's the name of this one? The zombie utility vehicle, or is it the ZUV? Yes, the ZUV. So this is in the bronze place, or the third place. So congratulations to you also, and thank you so much for participating in this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know this was a very long video, but I had so much fun, and of course crashing cars is always an absolute joy. So thank you so much for watching, and congratulations to all the winners, and better luck next time to the rest of the cars that didn't actually win or that did disqualified. And as I mentioned, in part 2 we'll be testing all the cars that did get disqualified. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button, get subscribed, and visit my Patreon page if you want to download these cars. If you want to drive them, go to my Patreon page, the link in the description below, so you can get all of these cars to drive in your game and see what's what. So thank you so much, and goodbye for now, my friends.